When it comes to DC Comics' two most popular superheroes, only one can truly reign supreme.
He thinks he's above the law.
The Daily Planet criticizing those who think they're above the law is a little hypocritical.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 reasons why Batman is better than Superman. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're comparing Gotham's protector to the last son of Krypton to determine what it is that makes Batman a more compelling character overall than Superman.
There must be a reason for you to be here.
Yes, I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
Number 10, he's a deeper character.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. All in all, Superman's a pretty likable guy. He does what's right and always fights the good fight. While that's admirable and all, it doesn't leave the Man of Steel with nearly as much room for dramatic depth as Batman.
I can do those things because I'm not a hero.
With the choices he makes and consequences he faces, Batman is a morally complex figure. Furthermore, behind all of his wealth and bat gadgets, he's a pretty troubled guy, having experienced painful loss and traumatic events more times than any one person should. Basically, Supes is awesome, but Batman's just a bit more complex.
To them, you're just a freak. Like me.
Number 9, Bruce Wayne is cooler than Clark Kent.
Clark!
There he is.
What's up, man?
Jimmy.
In order to protect his identity, Kal-El lives day-to-day as mild-mannered reporter Clark Kent. It makes sense. Few people would stop to consider the fact that this unassuming man bears a striking resemblance to Superman.
Excuse me, Mr. White. I was wondering if perhaps you could arrange for half my salary to be sent to this address on a weekly basis.
Albeit effective, it costs Supes more than a few cool points when compared to Batman's alias Bruce Wayne. When not defending the city, Bats is able to return to a comfortable lifestyle as a respected, philanthropic public figure.
It's Japanese,
How do you know?
because I bought it in Japan.
Don't get us wrong, journalism's super respectable, but if you were to live as one of the two alter egos for a day, which would you choose, the journalist or the billionaire playboy? Hey, on that note,
There's the superhero and there's the alter ego.
Number 8, he's got sexier lady friends.
Well, I wish I could say that my interest in you was purely professional.
It would seem that women gravitate towards the mysterious bad boy after all. Superman has a solid thing going with Lois Lane, which is totally nice and everything, but Batman's the real lady killer, am I right? Vicky Vale and Silver St. Cloud are just two standouts in a long list of beautiful romantic interests. What's perhaps the most interesting, however, are the female supervillains in his little black book. Talia al Ghul may be one of his deadliest foes, but the two have shared some seriously steamy moments in various continuities. Of course, Batman's on-again, off-again relationship with the sexy villain-turned-anti-hero Catwoman single-handedly trumps pretty much any of Superman's romantic interests.
Some things you can't do alone, Bruce.
Number 7, the Batmobile.
Chicks dig the car.
Do we really need to go into this one? The Batmobile is awesome. It's a frickin' sweet car, dude. Heck, the vehicle is decked out with so many gadgets and gizmos that, were Batman feeling particularly lazy one night, he could very well fight off crime from inside his car.
I gotta get me one of those.
The Batmobile is nearly as iconic as Batman himself, with most interpretations from over the years bringing something new or exciting to his historic ride.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
If anyone ever tells you that their dream car is a Camaro, a Mustang, or a Ferrari, they're totally lying, dude. Everyone wants a Batmobile. As for the Supermobile, well, the less said about the better, but technically it's canon, so ha ha! Number 6, he has a better secret lair.
To the Batcave.
We get it, being a superhero must be exhausting, and sometimes you just want a little alone time to yourself. But come on, Fortress of Solitude, that's a little on the nose, right, Clark? Not only is the location remote, and kinda chilly, but the interior is in desperate need of an update. It's just kinda like glass and ice and shit. We're not saying that a cave is any more glamorous, but just look at all the cool stuff he has. Bat cave, more like man cave, am I right? It's pretty cool. A supercomputer, a wardrobe of situation-specific bat costumes, even an at-home gym. To top it off, the term bat cave just rolls off the tongue better.
Oh my gosh. 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 Oh my gosh.
Number 5, he's got the Bat family.
Figured you could use a hand.
Batman may have the whole brooding loner image to preserve, but he's amassed quite the extended family over the years. While many an eyebrow have been raised as to his habit of taking young boys under his cape, there's no denying that these various young vigilantes have all contributed to his overall appeal. Each new Robin has brought something new to the table, evolving into the likes of Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin. Then you got various Batgirls, Batwoman, Huntress, and so on. At last, but certainly not least, there's Alfred.
Don't worry, Master Wayne. Takes a little time to get back in the swing of things.
Meanwhile, over at the Fortress of Solitude, Superman has a dog and his cousin and then one of his clones. Not bad, but certainly no competition for the Bat Fam. Number 4, he has a better origin story.
Joey, I'm fast.
That's fine. Take it easy.
Here's a condensed version of Superman's origin. After his home goes kablooey, his parents send him to our planet, and he becomes our protector.
We wanted you to learn what it meant to be human first.
Now let's take a gander at Batman. After seeing his parents shot to death in a back alley, Bruce Wayne dedicates his life to striking fear into the hearts of criminals everywhere.
Do you still feel responsible for your parents' death?
My anger outweighs my guilt.
So, we ask you, of these two gentlemen, whose backstory interests you more? Whose reason for protecting the innocent is more appealing, more believable? The guy who does it because he can, or the one who transformed himself into the ultimate crime fighter because he needed to stop the world from feeling the pain he once felt? Superman's origin story is still better than most superheroes, but Batman's truly defines him as a character.
I would ensure what happened to me would never happen to anyone else again. I would have my revenge.
Number 3, he has a way better rogues gallery.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
Not much explanation needed here, but let's give a quick highlight reel of Batman's plethora of villains. You ready? Okay. The Joker, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, Penguin, Catwoman, Ra's al Ghul, Bane, Riddler, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, Hugo Strange. Shall we go on? We already said the Joker anyway, whatever. Each of these characters seem to play off of Batman's strengths and weaknesses in their own way, ensuring satisfying confrontations every single time. Superman's got General Zod, Brainiac, and Lex Luthor, 3 formidable foes to be sure, but the list basically goes downhill from there. In terms of both quantity and quality, Batman's list of villains just knocks it out of the park. No contest here.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Number 2, he can beat Superman.
You were never a god. You were never even a man.
If Superman were watching this, he'd likely be a little ticked off, but we stand by the point. Sure, Superman is faster than a speeding bullet and all that jazz, but give Batman a little time to formulate a plan of attack, and even godlike beings such as Superman can be taken down.
We don't have to do this.
Sure we do.
You see, Batman has just as much brains as he does brawn, and by human standards, he's got a whole lot of brawn too. Superman can move as many mountains as he wants, but if old Batsy finds a weakness that he can exploit, you'd better believe that he will. And Supes, well, he's already got more than one contingency plan waiting for you, buddy.
Breathe it in. That's fear.
Number 1, he doesn't need superpowers.
There's a symbol that can be incorruptible.
When you take away the cape and the cowl, Batman is technically just a regular guy. Sure, he's a regular guy that knows tons of martial arts and has a bunch of expensive technology at his disposal, but anyway, we digress. Superman is functionally invincible, so of course he can do what he does. Batman is technically only human. He can bleed, he can die. He saw what was wrong with the world and willingly chose to put himself well beyond his limits in order to make it better. This grounds him closer to reality and thus closer to the rest of us. He is somewhat relatable with clearly defined limitations, who, despite being fictional, pushes us to better ourselves, rather than, hoping we were just born that way. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.